we rolling?
We are rolling.
And can you just say what you just said again?
I'm going to remind you to promote the fact that you're on tour
Do you guys hear Pat?
because people want to see. They don't know where to get tickets.
Do you hear Pat telling me on the 301st episode just how to start a podcast? And by the way, how closely I'm listening to try to this is the day I'm gonna get it.
Today's the day.
Today's the day.
I know you're going to get it because we wrote it down today.
You're like generally promote your tour.
Just,
if you don't
just let people know what else you're up to other than what they're looking at now.
I just feel like, I prefer a little scavenger hunt. I prefer a little mystery. We're like animals in a zoo. You know why animals in a zoo are always sick besides the fact that they're on drugs? Not allegedly, for sure true. They don't get to hunt. They just throw them meat that's already been deceased.
Depression.
That's what telling someone your website is. Okay?
Yeah.
You like the hunt. You're hunting. You're trying to find Shack in the mall. You're trying to find the food truck that's downtown. It's at a different place every week. You're trying to go to the Labubu drop. You don't want us to tell you where we are. So if you want to come see me do stand-up, good luck. Good luck finding me. Norfolk, maybe. St. Louis, who knows? Your guess is as good as mine. I should just, you know what? I want to start doing just like no website, find me. Who does that? Another
Daniel Day-Lewis. You're the Daniel Day-Lewis of comedy.
Daniel Day-Lewis is obviously a brilliant actor, but also like who knows who.
He's not telling us every week.
There's no way of knowing because we don't know his personality. So he might just be this guy, and there's just no way of knowing if someone's a good actor or not.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Well, if they're good, you won't even know they're acting.
You know I'm right about this. It's impossible to know. But I just love the idea that like what if he's like not getting jobs? And he's like, I retired. Like,
I only do one movie every 7 years by choice.
I'm gonna say that's me. That's me with TV. I'm in retirement. Once every 7 years, I'll take something on.
Yeah.
Because like I'm gonna go. I have to go. If I'm gonna play a cobbler, I'm gonna go be a cobbler for years. So if I'm gonna play an annoying single mom, I need to spend some time being an annoying single mom.
Yeah.
I get offers up the wazoo.
But the problem is they're asking for a not annoying single mom.
That would be bad acting.
Do you want to promote the special?
If you stop me from self-sabotaging, I will.
What will we have to talk about all week if not forgetting to do something?
Our text is literally me going to Pat, hey, remind me to do this thing, remind me to do this thing. And then we get in here and I'm just like, stop like yelling at me. Oh my God. Gaslighting much. You guys, I have a special on YouTube. It is free, right?
Yes.
Not emotionally. I'm sure you have to watch a couple of random ads. But the good news is that with my stand-up special, there'll probably be pretty entertaining sponsors. It's going to be like, oh, word? Therapy for polyamory people? Well, I didn't even know that was a business until I watched Whitney's special. You know what? I do have bad credit from the last app I got to help me with my credit, who ruined my credit.
Thruple mediation.
Yeah. Morgan's Thruple mediation division. Promo code Whitney. So I have one special on YouTube right now, streaming free, and then we have another one coming soon. The one that's up there now, I am pregnant and very out of breath. And let's just say my torso is in fuego. So now that, Pat, what would I do without you, Fogarty, finished reminding me what I do for a living, time to welcome you to the program. Whether you're a real human or a bot or a hater or a troll, you're all welcome. Let's just all try and make some sense of the world for the next hour and just try to pretend that we are all indeed real. Now, I am starting to think that I might be real.
Really?
I know.
You've turned a corner.
I know. Plot twist. Like, could we be real? I did something healthy the other day. I made a good choice. Every now and then it happens. So I decided that for one night and one night only for now, instead of hunching over my phone like a gargoyle to try to live vicariously through videos other people take, I went to something in person.
As a fan.
As a fan. going to something in person at this point is an extreme act of bravery. You're like, okay, I'm going to a thing with a bunch of people. What am I? I got my clear purse. That's not stressful. That's not stressful. Like, I got to get a clear bag so people can see what's in my bag. Where are we going? You're like, okay, so I got to be prepared for what? Is there going to be an explosion? Is someone going to drive through the crowd?
Mm.
If I go to a theme park, is the roller coaster going to collapse and crush a bunch of Disney adults? Is the pirate ship going to fly off and hit a Kava pop-up store? I went to an event and something happened that was way scarier than any of those things. I went to an event where I had to worry about the entertainer slipping and falling on a neon green item that is in the shape of a zucchini because humans broke. We broke. I went to the Fever Sparks WNBA game. Let me just tell you right now, I don't have any jokes for this. It was sensational. You know about you. I don't know if everybody knows that basketball was my dream in life.
I think you could still join the league.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I know you're being facetious, and I'm
no.
taking it seriously. I'm like, Pat.
You
You're like,
should
no, I'm
consider
joking.
it.
Look, that was my plan. I think everyone. I actually did an episode about this on a sitcom I did because no one ever believes me when I'm like, basketball was like that's what I wanted to do. I played like super hardcore AAU. Is that still like around, like AAU leagues, right? I went to Europe to play basketball, which is like a pre-Olympic thing. And like, here's the thing. Everyone's like, were you good? It's like, it depends what league I was. Like, the more competitive it gets, the shorter you get. It's like, I have that theory that every $1 million a man has adds an inch of height. In basketball, like, I started as a power forward, and then by the time I got to Germany, I was like a point guard. Because in Europe, by the time we got there, it was just like men just in wigs. Like, we were just literally playing men in wigs. They didn't even try. There was no, like, you think men are trying to get into sports in America? It was just like straight up lurch, just slamming the ball like into our throats, like no questions, there was no fouls. You just like, keep going. Like, it was wild. That's what I wanted to do, and I wanted to go to college for basketball, and that's what I was working on. But money is a thing. And sometimes we have to make it. And I was in a couple of jams back then, and I had to work for money. Back then, the WNBA being like the option, because I was like, oh, that was my dream, going to the WNBA. Back then, it was like a joke. It was like a charity. It was like the Make-A-Wish scrimmage. It was like the WNBA back when I wanted to be in it. I guess this is 18 years ago. It was like the McRib. Like, you never knew if it was still happening or if it's just every now and then or like a special occasion. It's like the WNBA back then was like Alaska Airlines. You were just like, is it just in Alaska? Sometimes I see it in other cities. I'm just unclear. Like, is this a real business? Like, I'm not sure what like money laundering scheme. I couldn't just give my life over to trying to get into a league that no one even knew was real or not. I mean, that would have been so unstable and insane of me. So instead, I decided to tell jokes to drunk strangers at night instead. A real job. Something that would be good for my mental health.
The easy route.
But basketball, I still identify as a basketball player, like, first and foremost. And then I just like happen to do comedy on the side. Like, that's how, how like there's girls who are still like the head of their sorority. Like, they're still in a sorority, even though they're 40 and like sell cosmetics at an MLM in their gym, but they're like still trying to like haze you and rank people. You're like, what are you? They still like do splits in a photo. You're like, what are you doing? Like, that's me with basketball. It took me a while to figure out. Most people in entertainment do not come from team sports. It's not team sports mentality people. It's theater dorks that are all competing to like tap dance. Like, they hammer like things on their shoes to make more noise. Like, I mean, it's like, I didn't think I would meet anyone who need more attention than me. Like, I need to make noise while I'm walking alone. Like, that's a level that is like, I can't even relate to, It's like ballerina people. Like, entertainment's like ballerina people. Girls who were, their moms and dads drove them to some like mini mall and shimmied pantyhose on them and put mascara on them in the parking lot. Like, I did not have that. My dad dropped me off at like a rusty basketball hoop where it was like like the pavement wasn't even the full court. It was pavement, dirt, grass. Like it was just dumpsters. That was it. And then threw maybe some Gatorade gum at me, which for sure they don't make it anymore, I don't think. And then I just do free throws until he would come pick me up at like midnight that day. I mean, that was pretty much it. Today we call that autism, but back then we called it being a winner. It's why I think I've struggled in this business, because I'm all about like, let's get on the same team. Like we can also not get along every second of the day, but still be on the same team. Like that's like a sportsmanship thing. Like, and it made me realize like this epidemic of girls being weird with girls. Like girls don't have a thing that like unites us all. There's no thing that you see girls working together as a team. But there's like cults, like astrology, like your astrological sign, like Sag. There's like that, like birthdays. The month you were born in, you kind of see girls teaming up slightly. Like, tell me your birthday.
July 30th.
July 15th.
We have so much in common.
Yeah, like the bathroom. But we don't have a lot of, there's no thing for girls where they're like fans of one thing. To Coachella, every girl now is kind of their own island. We don't work together on things. I feel like the WNBA is our only hope at watching women like work together as a team at anything. Am I wrong? Where else do you see that? In reality shows, women are always fighting each other. I mean, can you think of any time that women are working to like the hospital?
No, they're usually competing against each other.
That's
with each
also
other.
true.
Yeah.
Like nurses, like girls volleyball. I mean, literally, you'd have to wait for the Olympics to happen every 4 years, right? Cheerleaders in the NFL. I don't know. I guess they're all working together to try and not cry during the game. I guess there's teamwork in the changing room when they give each other Ozempic. The point is, basketball was my whole life for a very long time until I basically had to get an eating disorder to be able to do modeling at the mall to pay for college, where I would stand on a block in pantyhose. Sorry, it is actually, whenever someone's like, you modeled, I'm like, no, it's actually worse. It was a humiliation ritual. Like I did like some QVC where they would put like half tanner on my face, but the other half they wouldn't. So I was like half hate crime, and to show how well the tanner was working, I was doing maternity catalogs when I was like 14. I mean, it was walking around a mall in wedding dresses. I was like the person that was like going up to a bunch of women who were not even engaged, probably wanted to be like, would you like to go upstairs and look at the bridal gowns? It was like the internet in person. I was like a pop-up ad. I was like that person, like trying to perfume. That was a big thing, just giving people migraines at the mall when they were just like trying to cheat on their husbands. Like it was just a whole ass thing. But to be in a fully sold out arena for female basketball players, there were men wearing Caitlin Clark jerseys who were straight. I checked.
How did you check?
I followed them around for a while, okay? People were chanting for Sophie Cunningham, who you guys already know I have a giant crush on. When I was sobbing. Like, I'll cry just thinking about it now. I was having this emotional moment, like, oh my, finally, women get to compete and be taken seriously as basketball players. Honestly, I'm going to say it. I believe that the WNBA is more entertaining than the NBA right now. I'm going to say it. In the NBA now, they're like zombies, just like sleepwalking through plays. Like men's college basketball is still, I think, pretty fun to watch, But I feel like in the NBA, we're just watching guys try to not get injured.
If they were paid on a rewards basis, where you get paid per point, you get paid per steal, you get paid per rebound, it'd be a completely different game.
Also, if you get injured, you don't get all your money, which is a weird way to motivate, yet
Depends
also
on your
not
contract.
motivate people. Oh, that's not everyone?
I'm sure some people...
I've only dated the ones that don't get paid if they're injured, I guess. Or that's what they said anyway. I need you to drive to my house tonight. I can't get injured or I won't get paid. Okay. To me, the WNBA is just so electric. Like they have so much more to prove. And it seems like they actually want to play basketball instead of just like get in a Verizon wireless commercial. So we all have to sit through awkward acting. By the way, after you just missed 6 free throws, so you go be an actor now. Like, okay, can you act like you can maybe hit free throws? To me, when something's not competitive anymore, it's like, why did I just compete with 500 people in the parking lot why am I the person, why have I ran more than you coming to see this NBA? Why am I sweating? and you're chilling, okay? I just like sports to actually be competitive, and I feel like the NBA, the NFL, like a tiny bit, they're losing a little bit of their competition because they're all making just way too much money. Okay, they're gonna win either way, so it's not always about like winning. It's like when people say that stand up is a male dominated job. I'm always like, huh. Okay, well, that's only because it's done at 10 p.m. on a Friday night, but stand-up is a very female thing. It's trying to be the center of attention, to talk about your feelings and complain. It's basically being a bridezilla. You're on stage like, guys, this has been really hard for me. Like, what are you doing? Why aren't you guys together? And you know where you're from. Like, I want to know everything about everybody. Like, where have you been? Where are you from? Where do you live? How come you're not engaged? Why are you wearing that? It's just basically like, it's my party. I can cry if I want to. No one else is allowed to talk. And if someone does talk, they're going to remove you. I just feel like in terms of compelling competitive energy, the WNBA is so much more interesting right now. And by the way, I'm not like everything needs to be female. I think we need to switch a couple things around. I actually think we need to take a break from women teaching teenage boys for a while. Seems to be too much of a conflict at the moment. I'm not sure why any female teacher is attracted to, I don't know what they see in these teenage. I'm not sure when acne and a high score on Twitch became such an aphrodisiac, but I think we
need to reintroduce the marm.
We need to reintroduce the marm or at least weed out the female teachers who want to date their students. Like, I kind of thought that a kid saying, I gotta go, my mom's here to pick me up, might be a vibe killer, but apparently having deep conversations about PewDiePie and the Nelk Boys is a turn on these days for women in their late 30s. The point is, I went to this WNBA game and I truly had the time of my life. I'm an intensity junkie. You know this about me. So there's nothing like watching underdogs work twice as hard to get half as far. And I just feel like there's no underdogs anymore. Everyone only wants to be perceived as winning all the time, right? You don't see anyone with anything to prove, right? Like, the WNBA has managed to capture a level of tension that may only be achieved by NASCAR. Because when you're watching NASCAR, you're basically waiting for the crash, right? You're kind of hoping you don't see one, but if you do, it wouldn't be the end of the world. You know, if it was gonna happen anyway, and I was just here, I wasn't rooting. Like, I'd rather it happen on a race I'm at than one I wasn't at. Like, if it's gonna happen regardless, they're gonna crash at some point if I'm here. So it used to be like the Colosseum in Rome, right? It's like the opposite now. You go to the Colosseum in Rome to see people die, but now we've evolved to a way more sophisticated level of like playing Russian roulette with it. We're like, if I go to 10 races, I'll for sure see one person at least get disfigured to the point of not being able to open his iPhone with his face. And so I'm not like a heathen. I'm not like a psychopath, right? There's some kind of comfort in going to a NASCAR race and knowing at some point you get to rubberneck. That's our favorite thing to do. You get to look at a car accident without having to wait in traffic. You get to buy the ticket and you're pretty much guaranteed the ability to rubberneck at some point. I feel guilty either because they're getting paid so much money. And I get to look at every brand that has ever existed at one time, which honestly, nostalgia is the only thing that I think makes anyone feel anything anymore. NASCAR, I love watching NASCAR because I'm like, okay, Fig Newtons. A Fig Newton car. Good for them. I'm like proud of brands. Like, I'm proud. Like look at you all grown up at NASCAR. You see brands you have not seen in so long, like in your face. You're like, okay, Werther's Originals. Oh, I didn't realize you had Rappa race car money at Daytona. Like, I love the ads in NASCAR. That's honestly part of why it is so entertaining to me, because it's like a walk down memory lane. You're like, okay, Zebra Gum. All right, oh, Henry Barr. Oh, look who's back. Like, Wet n Wild. Okay, do your thing. Okay, Johnson & Johnson. Like, look at you bouncing back after all those lawsuits for like arsenic and baby powder. Like, okay. Like, it's history, it's current events, it's nostalgia. The point is, the tension in this WNBA game was so intense because everyone was waiting for what? That green projectile to be thrown onto the court. We're all like, where's it gonna Do I have it? Where's it gonna come? I mean, everyone was waiting for this thing to be thrown. When it finally did happen, it wasn't even like funny. It was just like awkward and weird. And I did have an epiphany that in society, most problems we have start with someone trying to be funny. As someone that does that for a living, I believe I'm able to say this with certainty and authority. Every king that started every war, I feel he was like, well, we can also just go kill them all. And everyone's like, ah. And then later he's like, well, we should just kill them, shouldn't we? And they were like, they didn't laugh again. He's like, you don't think I will? I made you laugh last time. You don't think I'll do it? I'll do it. It's like, why are you spiraling, king? I would do so poorly in times with kings. I would have gotten beheaded so fast. I'd be like, oh, really? Really? You want me to bow? Like, guy wearing a red cape lined with Dalmatian? Like, no, sorry, I can't bow, Lord. Because you forced me to give birth to 5 children. Breach. My body's backwards. Maybe you can't see my leg coming out of my shoulder because you're blinded by the diamonds and rubies in your bedazzled headband. Head gone. Just gone. Whitney, no head. Me with no head. It would still be talking. It would never. I would just cut the head in half and in half. I really do want a time machine just so I can go back to like the 1600s for the king and just see how long I'd have a head. 15 minutes, maybe. Everyone, there's a company called Kikoff, and I already like this brand. I'm already into what they do. I especially like the fact that they're trying to write in my voice. They started the ad with, you know what's wild? Like, thank you. The way you do anything is the way you do everything, just based on the fact that this company is trying to cater the ad reads to the talent and actually like knows what we do is like, I already know that this company is legit. So here's the deal. And you know what's wild is that a huge chunk of people in the US have credit that is considered below average. And when that happens, borrowing gets way harder and more expensive. This is why I defended Anna Delvey. This exact thing. How can you get money if you're not already rich? How can you get anything if you have bad credit? It's impossible. You got to just be a con artist. So thank you, Kikoff, for ending an excuse for con artists to go con. That's why I like Kikoff. It's built just for building credit, not a credit card, so that you can go blow on some pair of kicks. It's a small credit line just to help you improve your credit history. They report to 3 major credit bureaus, and the monthly payment is tiny, starting at just $5, which makes it easy to pay on time, which is the whole point. Open a Kikoff account. It adds to your credit mix. You're going to make on-time payments. Your utilization looks healthier. Over time, your credit can grow. Sign up is quick. There's no credit check, and you can even start for just $1 a month. Go to kikoff.com/Whitney. That's KIKOFF.com/Whitney. You must sign up at GetKikoff/Whitney to activate the offer. Offer applies to new Kikoff customers. First month only, subject to approval. Offer subject to change. Average first-year credit impact of plus 84 points for users starting under 600 with on-time payments. Late payments may negatively impact credit. Individual results may vary. You know some about me, Pat.
I know a few things about you.
You know what they say about me, don't you? You know what they say.
I don't dare to repeat.
Like sometimes I'll start something and not know where I'm going with it and just sort of throw myself off of a cliff, and then I'm like, ugh.
They say that too.
I thought I was gonna. No, here's the thing. I'm nothing if not a broken record, but a broken record is right twice a day. Okay.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows that, all right? You can take a horse to water, but you can't teach it to fish. Quince is my new obsession because I find myself, by the way, talking about it off the podcast all the time. I am like, here's the deal. You don't have to pay as much. And it's got quality cashmere separates, and it's got the best cardigans. I love being like the star of the dinner who's like, but what about Quince? And everyone's like, Quince? And I'm like, yeah. And the people that haven't heard about it, I'm like, that's like dropping Quince at dinner with the girls now is like dropping like Bon Iver like 15 years ago, you know what I mean? Or like, you're like, have you heard of Bright Eyes? Like when I was in college, like Bright Eyes, everyone's like, who? And you're like, I'm the coolest person. Like Quince, I am obsessed with Quince, okay? Staples that feel expensive, but they're not. Basics. What's the other Jackie? The other.
Gleason.
Yep. Who's the one that the plane went down? The RFK's wife. The blonde. The Gwyneth Paltrow. Look, the point is.
Why are we talking about a plane crash? during a quiz.
Because that's what this podcast is, okay? I can't say train wreck for legal reasons. My son loves trains too much. We can't talk about that. I just mean like she was like the paragon poster girl for like classic, clean silk skirts with like a
Sophisticated.
white t-shirt, no problem, like cashmere baggy sweater with like a linen short. Gwyneth Paltrow when she was dating Brad Pitt. Old news.
Effortless.
Still need to dissect that at some point. So everything goes together. Okay, my favorite little white cardigan, I throw it all on over everything. I'm just like the chicest person. I'm like, oh, did she just come from tennis or is she just like from Europe? Like, okay, Malta. Like every time I like wear it, I'm just like the cutest person alive. But then you can also like put it with like a little like skirt or something. And it's like, okay, 90s dream girl. Like, all right, Liv Tyler. So here's the thing. Everything costs about half of what you would pay for somebody. It's half the cost of what it would be in any other place. It's not just about the price. It works with factories that use safe, ethical, responsible manufacturing practices. It's a luxury without the guilt. Upgrade your fall wardrobe now. Go to quince.com/Whitney for free shipping and 365-day returns. That's quince.com/Whitney. Okay, so I'm at the Fever Sparks game. I am so obsessed right now with what entertains us because we can't we're on our phones all day. Nothing. It's not enough. It's not enough. This isn't IMAX. Not enough. Not the Sphere. Not enough. Not enough. It's just not enough. WNBA is enough. Okay. And I went to a game where Caitlin Clark was injured. Honestly, when a great player is on the bench, there's oddly even more intense energy because they're playing without her. So everyone has even more to prove, right? They have to like have even more grit. And then it's the other team's only chance to win. So they're being super scrappy, like in the, statistics later when they say 2025 win over the Fever, like no one's going to remember that Caitlin was injured. Just going to, you know what I'm saying? So it was personal and it was rough. It felt like some players were trying to like show off in front of Caitlin. Okay. I am not making this up. I follow the WNBA drama obsessively. And Kelsey Plum, who is point for the Sparks, they had just shaded Caitlin Clark in a press conference, right? And then she's playing right in front of Caitlin Clark. And I'm like, this is like Real Housewives meets Love Island, meets like high school, meets like the MMA. I was like, oh my God. I forgot what being in the present moment felt like. And if you think the trash talk in MMA is bad, dude, WNBA is getting so wild because you know what's craziest about it and why the WNBA is actually better at this is because the trash talk hurts their feelings. With guys, you're like, okay, they don't care. They don't care. They're just like throw it.
They might even think it's funny.
They have all that stuff. Like, the only reason you're talking about me is because when you talk about yourself, no one listens. Like, they've got all their mantras and, whatever. And they're just like, the hater. With the girls, it hurts their feelings. And they're like, I just want to be her friend, So like, the guys, they don't care. They're just like trying to focus on holding their power rate up, right? So for the partnership, The WNBA doesn't have the endorsement culture money yet. They're still playing like they're playing in college. They don't make the money yet that would make them be playing for the money. Like they're still playing for the love of the game or their dad's love or whatever it is. And I realized at the game that I forgot what people look like when they love something. That's what I was like, I was watching people care. And I was like, this is what we never see, is people care. I feel like all day we watch sore winners do all the things that they wanted to do. They're living their dreams and they resent it. We're watching singers just sort of like, sleepwalk through their Vegas shows, lip syncing. We watch influencers complain about how hard it is now that they've accomplished their goals and have money and it's all fake friends. We watch famous comedians complain about their depression. We watch entertainers try to get pity because of their Lyme disease. Like, okay, FDR had polio. He had like half a leg and he was fat.
And he sang the verses.
And I'm just saying, no one is proud anymore or happy or celebrating. My entire TikTok is people saying they hate everyone. Everyone's a narcissist. Everyone they go on dates with is gaslighting them. They hate their friends. All their friends are fake. This celebrity is toxic and this celebrity is toxic. I hate this person on Love Island and I got the boo-boo and it's fake. I got the gay Chucky. That's fact. No one's grateful. No one loves what they do. Even billionaires now are like, I need to go to space. Like, nothing's good enough for you. Like, we watch people try to love something, anything, to no avail. No one's having fun. Okay, Logan Paul seems like he's having fun, and his like brother, who does kind of look like a Labubu now that I think about it. Can you think, Pat, of anyone else who at the moment is not just broadcasting their super avoidable problems?
No, that's hot content all around.
Dude, even the WNBA players who are getting knocked over and getting in fights, they're like, I'm just grateful to be here, and we're just like here to play the game of basketball, and we just like love what we do, and we're just like so grateful. And they're not in like a look at their press conferences, dude. They look like a Holiday Inn Express business center with like sheets on the back, just stapled. You see the NBA guys, and they've got like chairs, and there's like a towel, and there's like someone like giving them water. They've got all the waters with salt in it already or whatever. That they're greens. They got their kids sitting there wearing like a Gucci hat, Balenciaga handcuffs, or I don't know, whatever. And they're just like in the parking lot trying to get into their Leaf. And they're like bleeding from the eye, broken heart, broken ocular socket. And not only are they grateful to do this and happy to be there, they're having someone at every game, some chromosome hoarding prankster, throwing sex toys on the court. I mean, I will say it is genius. It is very disrespectful, of course, but I gotta say, the way that the girls are handling it is, and can I not call them girls? I just realized I probably shouldn't say that.
Athletes.
Chicks? Okay. So, of course, this is so disrespectful that someone is like throwing these onto the court, but it's also just like revealing how pro they are and also how used to this they are. Like, it's to them, it's kind of like not that big of a thing. Sophie Cunningham had it like thrown at her, and she kind of just like jumped over it and kept walking. The game just kept going on. They were so pro about it. That was it. That was it. They love what they do so much that they just kept going. Imagine if an actress had that happen to her on like a stage at the theater or on the Wicked set. They'd be like, we're triggered. We're going home forever. Forever. We're never leaving our house again.
I would like to share something with you that might put into context a little bit.
Oh, tell me, yeah.
Somebody posted a video on X. I'll share it with you if you want. But they said with these new gambling websites, you're not just gambling on who wins and who loses or what the spread is or whatever. You're gambling on literal events in reality. Caitlin Clark will twist an ankle this game. I'm going to put...
Do you do this with the boys too?
They do it on everything. They do it on political events, all this stuff. There's like these gambling sites where you're...
So these are divorced people?
People are betting not only will something be thrown onto the court, but what color will it be? And you could put $8,000 to blue on that game in the third quarter, and all you'd really have to do to guarantee your bet is buy a ticket, show up with a blue one, throw it, and walk away with $150,000.
This is feminism. This is women being bet on. This is, you're betting on women. You're not a magician sawing them in half. You're not making them have simulated coitus in movies for the art. This is it. We want equality. This is what it looks like. People making money off of you is equality. Congrats, you're a racehorse. We made it. We made it, okay? People are coming in person here. Look, there's two kinds of people now. There's people that go and they're like, I want to see it live. I now realize that it's because they're going to make some kind of money if someone gets hurt. But better than the other people who are like, I'm not going to go see that. No, I'm not going to go see a bunch of humans play a sport. I'm going to go watch other people play video games because I'm too lazy to play the video game myself. There's people that are like, can someone else do this? And I'll just watch. What, am I going to play the video game myself where I look like a bodybuilder? Like, I can't use my thumbs to play video games. My thumbs are occupied at the moment, sending acronyms to people I don't even really like that much. I don't want to live vicariously through some video game, like some broken brain nihilist. That would take too much time and energy. I don't have any of that because I'm too busy making comments about female comedians on Reddit. I'm not some loser who's going to play video games all day. I'm going to pay money to watch some loser play video games, okay? Even the person who goes to a WNBA game to try and humiliate the players or steal the show or bet on something, they bought a ticket. And honestly, even with those spooky intentions, this person is a radical feminist for going to, what is it, 4 WNBA games in a row? Honestly, this weirdo, here's what anyone who tries to humiliate you publicly usually ends up doing you a favor. I just, the PR for the WNBA right now is like, this is bad. We got to stop this. We got to shut this down in like a couple of years. We have got to put an end to all this attention we are getting. I guess what I'm trying to say, you guys, is that can this prankster please come to my big baby tour in Norfolk, Richmond, Philly, Baltimore, New Orleans, Arkansas in the fall so we can sell out at some shows. Thank you, WhitneyCummings.com. If you want to cyber prank me or leak some tasteful nudes, I'd really appreciate it. I feel like this might be evidence of the psyche of what is happening to how technology has made people's lives so easy that they actually like think they're God. Like people are like, I get my groceries delivered to me now, right to my door. AI is my secretary. When I want something, I can just, my car drives for me. I don't even have to steer. I guess I'm just God. Like, what if people just think they're God now? Like Alexa, Tesla, Hulu, Quibi, Tubi. Like, I have minions now. The only logical explanation is that I'm God. Brene Brown and Mel Robbins told me to believe in myself, and I believe in myself. Ask Jay Shetty, I'm God. The level of narcissism, like, I'm going to do this thing, no one's going to see me. Like, there's the cameras everywhere. They caught the last guy, right?
Oh, for sure. They're going to every time. And that's why when you game the system on the betting site, you plan for bail, lawyer, 2 days in jail.
I don't know why it keeps coming to me, like the idea of like playing God. Like we're all in our own video game and I'm going to play God and I'm going to like, what is it? Rig? Can I say like rig the game or put a glitch in the game? Listen, this is a recurring segment I just started called Grow Up. And I just started it right before this podcast because I am obsessed with the fact that, did you see that religion is on the rise? Like religion. I just find it fascinating that we're just like back to religion. Like, I guess all the like cerebral dorks who were like, according to evolution and biology and carbon dating and string theory, God is not real. But now AI is taking over and they're like, okay, let us pray. Dear God, please don't let AI kill us. Please, God. All of a sudden, religion's looking pretty good. Like, I guess the crystals didn't work out, huh? I guess the Andrew Tate school of man boy love didn't deliver in spades, huh? NAMBLA didn't come through. I love that the atheists are like you believe in God, you're such a loser. Like, if you really were a science person, you'd know placebo effect is more effective than anything, right? Secondly, the people who believe in God, who I know, I just feel like are so onto something. Like, they certainly have no capacity for embarrassment. And truly, that's like half the battle in life. They will sing with a group of strangers that they don't know in public. I would truly do anything for that kind of confidence in a social setting. Like, atheists are like, I don't believe in subscribing to a dogma. And then they're like, let's go to Geno's cheesesteaks. Pat cheesesteaks sucks. I'm a Geno's guy. They're like, I don't use a Samsung. You use a Samsung. Are you insane? I'll never let something not real dictate my life. Now, excuse me, I have to go play fantasy football for 6 hours. Okay, even though I'm on the program to do the 4-hour work week by Tim Ferriss, who I listen to all day, every day. But no one tells this guy what to do. I just knew, I knew it. I was feeling that we are in an existential crisis. People are searching for meaning. And by meaning, I do mean Labubus. Look, I'm in a 12-step program. I've talked about this. I say God. I'm fine with saying God. I don't really care. I just want to be on, even as a 0.01%, I want to be on the good side here. Okay. All I know is that whenever things go sideways, I'm like, God, I know you haven't heard from me in a while. That's always how I open. Like, I just want you to know I'm very I don't want to bother you. I'm not gonna like bother you every day, but like we're like your best friends you can hear from once a year. That's me. Okay.
Got my tail tucked again.
It's just humble. You're on humble as you like us.
As I am wont to do.
Born flawed as you predicted.
Your image, not mine.
Right again. Back with some cash money for the church. Where's that basket? Got some guilt, just as you suspected. Not my fault. Feels like it was Eve's. Eve did that. I'm not gonna blame Eve, but what choice did I have? I find it hilarious when religions feud. Like I'm used to now Republicans and Democrats feuding, Eagles fans, Cowboys fans, fine, like, left, right, woke. We can't start with like religious. Now, I'm starting to see like religious feuding going on again. It's like, guys, no, we're not. No. We can't go back. Having different religions, honestly, like if you have a different religion from someone else, you have more in common with them than anyone in your family. Like, why is religion the thing that makes you the most different from someone else? It's truly like the 6th or 7th most important. Like, dog or cat person is way bigger. Like, a cat person and a dog person who are both Christian have way less in common than a cat Christian person and a cat Jewish person. Like, your religion is cats, but you go to church on Sunday. The difference between what kind of hair is in your house at all times that isn't your hair is way bigger than like what symbol you have on your necklace. Like that's a different. Some people have a box of their animals' feces in their laundry room and some don't. That's a pretty big difference. Maybe like the main one. Some people have poop out on display and some don't. I have way more in common with the person who worships a different god than the person who's okay with poop being inside the house for a couple days. Because I'm the kind of person who takes their animal outside to put their excrement somewhere that isn't the place where I put all my life savings into. They don't get to poop where I breathe. That's a personal belief system. That might be my religion, so to speak. Some people will allow their animals to poop in the laundry room where you take your clothes to get clean, your stuff to get clean. The room where you take things to get clean smells. You're greeted with feces. The point is, look, I'm not slamming cat people. I'm about to be a cat person. My guy's gonna get a cat. I'm trying to figure, and I'm a cat person who really like identifies as a dog person. I'm not slamming cat people. I grew up with cats, but how I grew up with cats, they were outside. They would come and they would go. I'd see them on the street. I'd be like, "What up?" They'd be like, "Not in public." Okay, I'd be like, "All right, sorry. I'll meet you in the yard behind the trash cans later." Okay, my cats growing up, they had a life. Cats used to have a life. They would go do things. They would like go out. They let you know when they needed to go out. You're like, "Oh, you were in?" Now we have to like keep cats inside in a high security prison. Like what happened to just like a cat? It comes, it goes. That's the whole point of a cat. On the East Coast, you just let them go. What are you worried about? With the cars or the dogs? Like the cats I had growing up were like mafia. Dogs were terrified of them. Like they were street cats who would like fight dogs. No problem. They all had toxoplasmosis and drank sewer water back when all like the good stuff was getting flushed down toilets at work in like a hurry. I'm just saying, two people who have different religions, they have more in common than like an English person and an American person from two different countries. My niece was just here for 2 weeks. She's English. My brother married an English woman. And we went to the Freaky Friday premiere. She brought a camera with the wheel on it. Disposable camera to take to the photo place. Her and I, same exact situation with God. We're strangers in the night. She's perfectly fine leaving her film with some guy for 2 days who could make as many copies as he wants. She's perfectly fine not putting a filter on it, just having the same face in real life as she has in a photo. She's like not catfishing anyone. She's just gonna put the photo where? Like in a drawer, like a creep? On a cork board? Like a strung out detective? Like who do you work for? Who does my niece work for? She's like, got this disposable camera. I'm like, why can't you have a phone? Like, what's up? Like, I was like, it's like so fishy. Like two people with different religions, like not trusting each other. Like, if you are religious, you have more in common than someone who uses a doctor versus a chiropractor. Two different religions. Like one person loves outdated medicine and the other loves magic. What I'm saying is I'm fascinated by this new development. Get ready for me to have more thoughts on it. Even if I, contradict myself from this week. I like religious people. They figured out their thing. I like people that have their thing. I like to know what your thing is. You know what I mean? Because also, hot take, religion is not that big of a deal. It's just like not. Like what? We read different books. We go to different buildings. You know what I mean? Like the people who boss us around to pray wear different kinds of dresses and hats. Like we eat different things, but people do that anyway. Some Christians are vegan, some aren't, which is weird because they eat the body of the Christ, which is like cannibalism. Like none of it makes sense. None of it makes sense, but I like people to just go, got it. Also, who cares? Like imagine caring. Something's fishy when people latch on to an identity that will either, inculcate, what is it when you're immune, make them immune to something, throw you off the trail. That's what I'm always I don't listen to what anyone says after they say I'm a this. And I'm like, what's in it for you to say that? Because I would have made that deduction naturally had you not said it. But you said, I'm a Christian, I'm an atheist, I'm a this. As soon as you say what you are, I'm like, why do you feel the need to? Your behavior should speak for itself. So anytime when someone's like, I'm an atheist, I'm like, what are you up to that you need like morality to not be real? What are you up to? Is that what you need to tell yourself before you make a bad decision or hurt someone? You're like, well, there's no God. No God is watching. And then Christianity, I can do whatever I want because I'll just make, go into the bucket, the photo booth thing later.
I've already RSVP'd with the Lord.
I'll just hit the Lord's PayPal down at the church. I'll just Venmo St. Nazareth's.
Do what you want to me. You're just speeding up my vacation.
I just believe that anyone who is too passionate about some label I'm just like, I don't know. Are you left or right? I don't know. Do you? I don't even know what they are anymore. Do you believe in God? I don't know. Do you? Like anyone that's like, this is my thing. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. That said, I am the Fever's #1 fan.
I think you should play.
You think I should play in the WNBA? Can you imagine?
You could and you should. I've seen you out there on the court.
Pat has seen. We have played basketball. We've shot around together.
I've also seen some of the highlight reels of people betting on who's going to miss a layup. And it's happening frequently enough in the WNBA where someone with actual skills could probably try out. I think you could try out.
Here's what I would say. If I was to get into the NBA now, to be clear, I would be so good. Because here's the thing. I am so desperate for a space where trying hard is rewarded. That's my, no one gets to see me trying my hardest because in what we do, it's like, you're a try hard, you're a pick me. Why are you so desperate for attention? I love sports because that's when the harder you try, the more, you can't try too hard. You can never try too hard. Yeah. And that is my thing.
Yeah. People hate you for making it look easy in sports.
You better fall over the chairs and destroy your elbow to just try to tip it back in and miss. That's what I love. I love trying hard and people not thinking you're crazy. Why do you work so hard? Why do you try so hard? Why are you doing so many things? Basketball was the last time that no one talked to me like that.
I think we have the opening shot of our 30 for 30 documentary on Whitney joining the WNBA.
Can you imagine? I don't know.
In 5 minutes, you could have somebody on the phone that can actually set this up.
No. Can you imagine? That would actually be so sick.
We should coordinate a day where you're just going to show up to a practice.
It is hard to outshoot me, I'll tell you that.
And then you'll know. Then you'll know. You'll know in about 30 minutes.
And you know how I know I do still want to play so seriously? every time I'm out there shooting alone, I'm like, because I did break my shoulder, and I'm like, it's the shoulder.
Yeah.
Like I'm figuring out why it didn't go in. I'm like, because I gotta pump up the ball and between the shoulder. Like I can't just be like, I missed. I'm just like in fix it mode.
Yeah.
Okay. Pat, how's your summer? I forgot to ask. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Horrifying.
That's such a funny answer.
It's a hot nightmare.
But
No, just kidding.
horrifying is the only word left besides like awful, trash. Like horrifying is like such a good, like
Existential terror.
it's still. Do you wake up with
Ooh.
Do you just have ants all over you at all time? This is how my summer's going. I have an ant infestation in my home. Oh, really? And I think they want my flesh. They're coming through. I think they're coming out of my mouth. I think they're coming from inside me out in the night because
you're rotten on the inside.
I have covered every hole in this house. I have put diatomaceous earth into every nook, every cranny. The problem is I do exclusively eat cherry pie these days.
And you're just wiping it on surfaces around the house?
I'm always walking around with like a crumble cookie, like a Marie Antoinette or something now. So it also, I have these energy drinks and coffees I leave everywhere. So they're drinking what they are getting is like energy drinks. They're all on like Logan Paul's energy drinks. There's like, oh, Pat's here again with the coffee. Like that's what they're consuming. So they're just like so riled up. But yeah, the ant problem has kind of ruined my summer. I got to be honest with you.
I want to look at your diatomaceous earth situation before I leave.
Everyone, look, you did just watch me kill some ants with not an ounce of guilt, not a glimmer of shame or regret. It's like whack-a-mole now. I actually find it kind of like fun because they have started biting me. And you know that when ants bite, it's like personal. They make the choice to do it. They don't have to. And they've started biting me. They're colluding. I have some yellow jackets that are colluding as well because, you know, if you go after one yellow jacket, they send the other ones after you. You know, yellow jackets will wait for you if you go underwater. They wait for you.
Like crows. You've been identified by the pack.
Correct. They will wait for you. So I am dealing with a yellow jacket situation. I am dealing with an ant situation. I have a Bobcat situation. I've got a lot happening over here. And you know, there is a strong chance that I will be strangling a wild animal with my hands like quite soon. That said, we still don't ride elephants, you guys. No, that's where we draw the line. No. Don't ride elephants, guys. Talk soon.